Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. Of course, before we get into this video, make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel because that's always important and it helps to push my content out there. But before I get into this video, I just want to say I really appreciate everybody that's been like viewing and watching, even if it's, I don't care how long you've been watching or whatever, just the views. I got so much support and so much traction for just the try on hauls that I did or whatever. And you know, the story times and stuff is, you know, I really appreciate all the support because I'm still new or whatever. I don't have that many subscribers, but because I'm so passionate about what I do and, you know, putting my content and pushing everything out there, that does not matter to me. Just as long as it's getting seen, just as long as it's getting pushed out there, that's all that really matters to me. But I really do appreciate the support. I appreciate all the subscribers. And also, before I get into that too, any subscribers or whatever, if you have any content or if you have anything that, you know, you want me to like, is, you know, I'm imperfect or whatever. I'm not a ghost follower. I'm not a ghost subscriber. I support everybody. I like everybody's stuff. I support everybody. So if in any way, any time you feel like I'm not liking or supporting your stuff, and please let me know or whatever, because I don't see everything, and I want to make sure that I'm giving that love back to everybody that gives the love to me and support to me, because that's what I'm all about. I'm always about loving and support everybody. So yeah. So without further ado, let's get into the story. And before we do, I'm sorry, let's get into this little outfit check. I'm gonna do a little outfit check because I have not been doing them in a while, and I'm going to do one today. So yeah, and I really like this outfit. The reason why I didn't wear this, I wanted to wear this for Valentine's Day, even though I don't celebrate holidays, but you know, I wanted to do this for Valentine's Day because you know, I wanted to do something special, do something cute, but it took me a minute to get this outfit together, get these pieces together. You know, y'all don't understand how hard it is to get these little outfits together and get everything I need. So yeah, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna do something cute or whatever. So the goal is red, and even my makeup is red, okay? Like, yes, like yes. I'm gonna take pictures because I'm gonna take outfit checks and stuff, like y'all won't see, but whatever. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I know I was kind of doing the whole toxic coworker friend group and the whole stuff with California and everything and the other stuff, but I figured I would switch it up a little bit. So last time I had left off with the whole California sequel and everything, I had been divorcing him, still going through drama with like Bimbo or whatever. So this is going to be more so about me and Bimbo, not so much about California, because at this point I feel like California is kind of like pulling the strings a little bit as far as, you know, controlling Bimbo and what she does with me, how she interacts with me. However, it really doesn't really involve him. It's more so between me and Bimbo. And the one thing I can say about Bimbo is that I don't know, when it came to certain stuff, like especially during the divorce or whatever, I don't know if California knew the extent of what Bimbo was doing and the stuff she was saying, because it came to a point. Well, you know what? All right, we'll just get into it. We'll just get into that. Okay, so this is around the time this is after I filed for divorce, I'm sorry, from California. And me and Bimbo was still going back and forth on social media, going back and forth on the internet. She's getting on my nerves or whatever. And that's the crazy, we didn't follow each other. Like I said, we didn't follow each other or whatever. But you know, we would be looking at each other's stories and stuff. We would be just posting stuff back and forth, like trying to make each other mad. It's so childish. But when you really think about it, she's in her probably mid to late 30s now. She was in her early 30s at this time. I was in my early 20s. She's the older person, so she should have been more mature. But it doesn't matter, because just because somebody do something doesn't mean you have to entertain it. And I get it. I get it. But that's all I'm gonna say. I was the younger person, so I feel like at the time I should have got a pass. Whatever. So anyway, but it was still wrong on my end. I shouldn't have did it. So, you know, we would be going back and forth on social media and stuff like that. And she would just be, what happened? I'm trying to think back of everything that happened. She would be posting a lot of stuff. I remember she made one post that said, when he called you crazy or say, you too much or whatever, but he won't leave you alone, like red flag, like a bunch of red flags or whatever. You know how people be sharing posts, like different people posting stuff, because I do that too or whatever. But she'd be, you know, just trying to throw little subliminals my way or whatever, like you know, he won't leave me alone, he won't stop doing this, he won't stop sleeping with me and stuff like that. But it's like, girl, just because a dude won't leave you alone doesn't mean you got to entertain him. You choosing to entertain him. So just because a dude won't leave you alone or keep trying to mess with you or deal with you does not mean that he cares about you or that he loves you in any way, shape, or form. You ain't think California tried to do that mess with me? I just pumped the brakes on him. I just parked his tail. So he knows not to come my way. He knows that you're easy. He knows you're convenient. So of course he's going to come to you. And that's just being real. If you don't set boundaries with guys or women, they're going to think they can keep doing whatever they want. Because, you know, it's not about, you know, for some women, they feel like it's about control. And they feel like, oh, if he do this with me, if he come over my house, if he spending time with the baby or whatever, he come over my house, you know, I got the power. You know, he want me. He all on me. No, Bookie, that's not what it is. It's not what it is. And some women just have to get out of that delusional syndrome that they have, that, you know, you feel like you got all the power in the situation. You don't got the power. You think you got the power, but really the dude has the power, because he can do whatever he wants. He can slip and slide and bob and weave and pop and lock and do whatever he want, and you're not gonna do anything about it. You're just gonna keep taking it and taking it and taking it, and it doesn't make you look any better, Bookie. Okay, it doesn't. It makes you look stupid. So she would be making posts and stuff saying like, oh, I'm a chubby chaser or whatever. Yeah, because, you know, California is a chubby dude or whatever. I don't know how he look now or whatever, but he, you know, he's a chubby dude or whatever. So you could tell she be throwing subliminals my way, and her friends and stuff will be liking it or whatever. And then I will be going, you know, I would be saying my stuff too. Like, I would just be like, I forgot what the stuff that I said. I just forgot. I really do forget. I should have made receipts or whatever, because at this time I wasn't thinking about doing YouTube. I wasn't thinking about making videos and stuff like that. So I didn't record it or keep any of this stuff. But, you know, I did say a few things like, you know, girls be like, you know, being delusional and stuff like that or whatever, and I'd be making posts and doing stuff, or I would just, I wouldn't even have to make subliminals to post. I would just post stuff like I would just post pics of me with my makeup on or whatever. And at the time, like, my face broke out a lot. I didn't know, I wasn't really into skincare like that. I didn't really know much about skincare. And I wasn't comfortable with my skin because I just felt like I just wasn't pretty enough. So I will always be wearing makeup. Well, now you see me, I barely have makeup on. Like, I got makeup on now. I have foundation on now because I'm, you know, more comfortable. But like before the pandemic and everything, or even during the pandemic, I had makeup on all the time because I just did not feel comfortable. And this was, I wasn't even really, like, I broke out a little bit, but it would heal. Like, you know, it wasn't that big of a deal or whatever, but I just did not feel comfortable with my skin. And I always felt like I had to cover it up. Like, I just did not feel right without makeup. And even when I put makeup on, I didn't feel right. I just never felt pretty or good enough. So it was this one picture I posted when I had did my makeup, and, you know, it's kind of like the pictures I be doing now. Like, I do close-ups or whatever. You can see like the little cut crease, my eyeshadow, my eyeliner, because I want you to see all of that. I want you to see all of the hard work that I put in to doing this makeup. Stop playing. But back then my makeup wasn't really, it wasn't all that. Now, ooh, okay. Now it's good. It ain't, you know, it ain't the top MUA, but it's good. It's up there or whatever. So yeah, I remember I posted a pic of me doing my makeup and stuff, like, because, you know, I was really starting to probably get a little bit more passionate about doing my makeup and stuff, but I just wasn't there yet. And, you know, we will be going on each other's page, whatever, we be checking each other's stories and stuff like that. And the reason how I knew it was her was because nobody else that I didn't follow would be looking at my page or whatever. Like, and even if it was, it was only on Facebook. On Instagram or anything else, you can see when somebody is viewing your story. On Facebook, you can't see who viewing your story. That's how it's always, I think it's always been like that. Because I never had that problem. But whatever. But on Facebook, you can't see who views your story. And my thing is, why would you get a friend to do it for you if I'm not going to see who it is anyway? So even though she had her friend in the beginning try to set me up and try to add me as a friend, try to get information from, you know, seeing what me in California were up to for her, I know it was her because it was every story, and she's the only person I'm getting into it with. And every time I post something, she posted something that's like in retaliation to that, or she feels like she needs to trigger me in some kind of way, or make me angry in some kind of way, or make me upset or whatever, make me bothered. And I know it was her, of course. And I'm pretty sure she knew I was looking at her stories, because I wasn't hiding. I'm not hiding it. It is what it is. Whether they see it or not, it is what it is. So, she would be looking at my stories or whatever. I'll be looking at her stories. Of course I could see, because like I said, ain't nobody that I don't follow be, you know, really looking at my, unless, you know, I don't know. Every once in a while I'll get people like 2 or 3 unknown people, whatever. But if it's just one person all the time, which was her, come on, Bimbo. Come on, I ain't dumb. Come on, stop playing with me. I know it's you. But that's okay. That's okay, Bookie. So I will go on her page, and after I posted that makeup pic or whatever, my face was breaking out a little bit. I had a few little bumps on my cheek or whatever, because I forgot. This was during the pandemic, and my face was breaking out so much because, you know, we wearing those face masks. It's hot and sweaty, and this was even before I even started, like, you know, because I had took a break from the makeup for a while, but my face was just breaking out. So by the time that I start putting on makeup and stuff again, you know, I just had bumps along my cheek and stuff like that. I was just breaking out so much, and I was so stressed out because of the California situation. I wasn't eating right. I wasn't barely eating at all. I'm gonna keep talking, I don't care. So my skin just was not up to par. I just was not taking care of myself, and I wasn't taking care of my skin. So I go on her page, and I see her. It's like this post, like you know how you type a post out or whatever. You don't not like type a post out, but you know how you kind of make like a you kind of have a background, and then you kind of like type the words out, kind of like if you was making a story or something. And I could see like her with laughing emojis and stuff like that, and she tagged the girl that she had add me on Facebook or whatever, trying to get information to run back to her with about me in California. She laughing or whatever, like she said something about my skin or whatever, something about like how, oh yeah, her skin look messed up or whatever. Girls be uglies. I don't know why, hide behind all that makeup and stuff like that. And then I don't know if it was the girl. Wait a minute. What did I name the girl? What did I name the girl that I forgot what I named her? I think I've named her Irrelevant. I think I named her Irrelevant. I think I did. So let's just say it's Irrelevant. So Irrelevant was pretty much saying, like, just laughing with the laughing emojis or something. And I think Bimbo said something. I don't know if it was her or Irrelevant, but one of them said something like, yeah, her face looked like a bag of rocks or whatever, like a sack of rocks or something like that. And I was just like, oh, you trying to be funny? Okay, you trying to be funny? Oh, all right. And she would do that from time to time, like she would make posts or whatever, saying like, oh, she ugly or whatever, she not even cute. Like, yeah, it'd be always girls that's just messy and miserable, whatever, ugly souls, ugly faces, ugly spirits, everything. And I was just like, first of all, baby, you can't call me ugly. You can't call me ugly. You can never call me ugly, baby. Don't ever let this, I don't care how I look in the pictures. Once you see me in person, baby, I be having, I don't know if you know, but I be having these girls shook. And clearly I have you shook because you taking time out of your day to be bothering me, harassing me. You've been harassing me from the beginning. Not to mention you got your homegirl adding me on social media, even though I've done that before. But that was when I was younger. Like when I get older, when we get older, I'm not doing that. I'm not getting no girl to add you on social media or whatever. I'm not doing that. I don't care. Because anytime I've had an issue with California or an issue with Bimbo, I came right to Bimbo just like she came right to me most of the time. But you got to sneak around and do stuff. You got to lurk and creep. I come right to you. I come right to the source. You see me coming. I don't need to hide anything. But you need a whole army behind you. You need girls and stuff to back you up to make you feel like you doing something good or whatever. And she was just very immature. That's why I just said, like, Bimbo was just, and she still is to this day, I'm sure, just very immature. And it just goes to show you how some women will be when it comes to men, how they get down when it comes to men. Like, some women you just cannot have around you. Some women you just can't have in your circle. And some women you just can't interact or associate with. I'm sorry. If that's all it takes to, especially when I've been nothing but respectful to her from the beginning. I've been pushing California, see your kids or whatever issues you and Bimbo got. Don't ever let that take anything away from you taking care of your kids. I get it. You don't want to be around her, whatever. I've always pushing it to be a good dad. But from if a dude is telling me or whatever, he don't want to be with you or whatever, and he's running away from you all the time, and he not only convinced his other baby mama to get a restraining order on you, he gave me your information, your car information, your mom's car information, y'all address to press charges on you for busting my window out. I'm sorry, but if a man ever did that to me, if Jordan ever did that to me, you the ultimate op. I can't be with you. Why would I want to be with somebody that's trying to get me locked up or turn me in, regardless of whether I'm guilty or not, which she was. But is that really somebody that loves you? Because you probably would stand 10 toes down and get locked up for him or whatever, but he's not doing that for you. Let's make it make sense. Like, come on. I just felt like, it's okay to be in love with someone and love somebody, but you going hard for somebody that's doing everything and anything to sabotage you and try to turn everybody else against you and sabotage you too. It just doesn't make sense. Some stuff I just can't forgive a man for. It's just some stuff you just can't come back from. And I just felt like she was just taking it. And I know I ain't perfect. I done took some stuff from too. But there has to be a line drawn. When you are risking my safety, my freedom, and me having the chance to take care of my children, especially when you ain't going to be taking care of them like that. Are you kidding me? No. Like, I can't do it. It has to be a line drawn. But that just goes to show you the level of delusion that some of these women have for these men. And I'm sorry, I ain't doing that. I ain't You trying to get me locked up, you trying to convince your other baby mama to get me locked up, you trying to convince your girl, fiance, wife to get me locked, no. So it was just a lot of going back and forth on the internet, on social media with me and her. She would be posting stuff for her in California and everything. Which was, I kind of figured that they were still dealing with each other, which was part of the reason why I divorced him. I didn't have any, proof, but I knew that deep down, like, he wasn't being faithful. You haven't been with me the past few weeks. Where you been at? You ain't been with me. We ain't been talking. We got into a huge argument. So clearly I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So you doing something, even if it ain't with Bimbo, you doing something with somebody, because that's just the kind of track record California has. And he's so low key, even for a chubby boy, he just so slick and slippery. Like, he's like this big, chunky, gooey slime that can slip and slide his way through anything. Like, he's just so sneaky and just, oh, he's just a snake. Like, you just never know what he's up to. And that's what irritated me about him, because as crazy as I am, like, even as crazy as Bimbo was, he's the type of fat boy you can't keep tabs on all the time. Like, he's so, he know people, like, he's outgoing and stuff, he's social, but he's real quiet and sneaky. That's what narcissists do. They got two sides. They got a outgoing social side, and they got a quiet little sneaky side. He was just sneaky, a fat, chubby, sneaky piece of crap, just a turd, whatever. But anyway, so all this going back and forth from on social media with me and Bimbo or whatever, yeah, we be looking at each other's stories and stuff like that, and I would be, I'd be posting my stuff. I would say my stuff. I was just like, I'd be saying stuff like, well, if you got to bring people down to make yourself feel better, obviously you're not happy with yourself. I said, you know what they say, misery loves company, and I don't want none of your company. And I remember that post that I made. And, she would be saying stuff, just saying little stuff like, just trying to make it seem like she's such a good person and she a child of God and all this stuff. A child of God is not going to be acting like that, Swoop Pookie. I am perfect, but I would never do the stuff that you have done to me or anybody else. Sorry. It's levels to this. Don't be saying you out here, I'm a man of God, I'm a woman of God, I'm a child of God. You don't even have the right to say that when you're conducting yourself like that as an adult, especially as a middle-aged adult with children, with twins you just had. Stop playing. I don't think so. So, she be, posting all this mess. And after a while, I was just like, why am I going back and forth with her? This divorce is about to be, hopefully I'm trying to get through this divorce. I'm trying to get away from this dude. And she keep harassing me. I'm trying to get away from him, and I'm trying to get away from you. You keep bothering me, trying to prove a point that, and I get it. Maybe in the little bit, ain't no maybe. Of course, I was married to him. I had some feelings for him still. However, I'm trying to move on with my life. And you keep trying to bother me, and that's what pisses me off with people, is because you keep trying to bother me and harass me when I'm trying to just get on my life and just do better for myself. And even to this day, I have people that know him, or people from my past or whatever, that are still trying to bother me and try to take me back to that negative place. And it's like, for what? I moved on from my life. It's been years. You need to move on with your life too. Stop bothering me. Even now, he be trying to cut me off in traffic. Even after the divorce, he be trying to cut me off in traffic, blow his horn behind me, try to run me off the road. Bimbo trying to drag race and try to speed past my car and stuff. If y'all are so happy together and y'all, leave me alone. Why you keep bothering me? And then you're trying to make it seem like somebody else is pressed. No, you are pressed. Stop with the delusions. Stop with all these games. Because I'm not playing with you. Play with his other baby mama. Go play with somebody else. Because don't play with me. I have moved on with my life. I am married. And even if I wasn't married, I don't want his fat tail. And I'm not worried about your fat tail. Both of y'all can go be two big... whatever. I ain't gonna say it. Y'all can go be big together and go eat some cheeseburgers and go live happy ever after. Just leave me alone. That's all. Just leave me alone. And she just would not leave me alone. Like, even after the fact, she would, making fake pages. I'm blocking her. I'm blocking these fake pages. I'm blocking all the friends and family and stuff because they being nosy and messy. Enough is enough. I can't tell you how much I had to freaking deal with after this divorce. If I had known that all this stuff was going to come from his fat tail, I would have never even gotten involved with him. This is too much. This is too much. It's too much. I can't, oh my God, he freaking stressed me out. And it wasn't even him. It was just it was him, but it was also the drama and baggage and people associated with him, everything that came along with him. It was just too much. All this for what? So after a while, I got tired of it and I blocked Bimbo because I said, I'm not doing this. What? I'll be talking to my aunt all the time. I'll always be venting her, and it just made sense. Like, they would just be like, block her. But you know, when you in that situation and you go back and forth with somebody on social media or whatever, and y'all clearly you're beefing with each other and stuff like that, it's like in that moment it's not gonna click in your head to block them, because you're so passionate, so angry about the situation that you want to, like, you like, no, like, I'm gonna finish this. This is not over until it's over. So yeah, I blocked her, and I think she got the point. And once I blocked her, I felt like a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. I just felt so good, like, oh my goodness, like, this, okay, this is what I needed to regain my sanity. I felt like just, I'm getting away from him, and this girl, every time I give her a chance to, you know, interact with me in some kind of way, she is trying to take every little bit of sanity that I have. And you're the one that's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I know I'm a little crazy, but no, you literally belong somewhere special with padded walls. Like, and that's an insult to a mental institution or a sane asylum. You don't even belong there. You belong somewhere else by yourself, with padded walls, where you don't have to be around anybody, where you can't bother anybody, where you'll be by yourself for a very long time. Okay? You just need to be by, you gotta go away somewhere. But I just felt like it was just draining me, and I'm trying to get through this divorce. I'm dealing with crazy low key or whatever, because he was kind of my sneaky link or whatever. But then that kind of got messy, and it was just like, it was just way too much. Oh my goodness. So yeah, she was just, oh my goodness. So I think after I had blocked her, whatever, I don't know. It's just the ADHD. I'm so sorry. It's not like I don't remember. It's just the ADHD. After I blocked her, I would say, like, maybe a couple days later, she had reached out on Instagram. And at first I thought it was just like a spam page or something. I got this Instagram page. It was like a message request from this page. It didn't have a profile picture, and it said DC butterfly something or whatever. And I was just like, I don't know. It didn't click at first. I was just like, but the message, when I opened the message, it said, you know, hey, like, I feel like we should have a conversation, like, woman to woman or whatever, like, you know, pretty much like no drama or whatever. Like, I feel like we need to have a conversation, just like no drama or whatever. And I was just like, who is this? Because at first I thought they had the wrong person. And I was just like, huh? Like, what? Who is this or whatever? It didn't even click to me that it was Bimbo in that moment. So I just tested the waters just to see. So I was just like, because I think I said out loud, I think you had the wrong person or whatever. And they was like, this is Courtney, right? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, what the? I was like, who is this? Still not clicking that this is Bimbo. I don't know why. I was just ditzy. So, they said like something like, can I think I gave them my number, or they gave me their number, like, you know, call me or whatever or something. And, you know, I called the number or whatever. And the number rang and it went to voicemail or something. And so the person messaged me back or whatever, which was Bimbo, which I didn't know. She was like, yeah, like, I'm doing stuff right now. Well, I'm like, wait a minute, and I'm gonna call you back or whatever. And I was like, okay. And I was like, I was like, what is Courtney like? What is going on? Still my goofy tail not clicking. It's not clicking that it's a Bimbo. Like, it's not clicking. So, you know, after a while, it was just like, okay, like, you know, like I could talk to you or whatever. So I forgot if I called called her or she called me, but we ended up getting on the phone or whatever, and it was like, hello, and I was like, hello. And then she was just like, yeah, and I was like, who is this? And she was just like, like, you don't know who this is? And I was like, no, like, you gonna tell me? And she was like, you really don't know who this is, like, you really don't know who this is, Courtney? And I was like, Bimbo? And she was like, uh-huh. Yeah. She was like, yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, this is Bimbo. And the DC butterfly thing, DC, it should have made sense. It should have clicked in my head because she's from DC. But he was like, you idiot. Why did you make a spam page or whatever? Because I didn't even know her Instagram. So you could have just, but maybe, I don't know. Well, you know what? I did block her Instagram. I blocked her Instagram because she's still blocked to this day. Still blocked. Still blocked. Unless she's making more spam pages, she's still blocked. But whatever. So maybe that's why she made the fake pages, whatever. And she was talking to me or whatever. We talking on the phone for a while. I would say maybe like 20-30 minutes, and we're pretty much just, you know, she was just pretty much saying, like, you know, let me start off by saying that first and foremost, I'm older than you, so I should have been setting a better example. And I should have been acting more mature because I am the oldest out of both of us. And I was like, girl, you ain't lying about that. You look at me, about to be 29, talk about somebody old. I'll be 29 this year, but whatever. So she was like, yeah, you know, so she said, I apologize for that, whatever, because I shouldn't have been acting like that. She said, however, like, this is where, like, I have my issue with you. My issue with you is that I felt like, as far as the situation with me in California, I felt like you knew what was going on and you was still pursuing him and everything. And, you know, and so I explained to her, listen, I done did some stupid stuff as being a young girl. I get it. Some girls, some dudes, they go after people that be in relationships. They go after people and stuff. I ain't on that type of time. I ain't perfect. We done all did some stuff or whatever, but I would never have even entertained California had I known what was going on. Not to mention, I said California pursued me. I pretty much broke down the whole scenario and situation about how, you know, me and California met, how he pursued me this entire time. You know, so, like, I just wanted her to know I'm not on, you know, did I have feelings for him? Did I love him? Of course. However, I didn't, pursue California. I didn't start all this drama. I said, I don't know what California's been telling you, but I'm, you know, I would have never even pursued him had I, no, I'm sorry, I'm checking my phone. Okay, it's nothing. You know, I would have never pursued him had I known that all this stuff was going on. Like, come on, stop. I'm not even like that. And that's what I'd be talking about, like, with females. And this is why it's like, it's so hard for me to be, like, cool with a female. I have a heart-to-heart because it's like, I get it, that's your dude or whatever, or yes, your baby daddy, you know him longer. You expect to have some kind of loyalty, but I don't, this is, okay. Like, I don't got nothing to do with what you and, you know, what California's style. I don't know what he's telling you, but this ain't that. That's, no. So I was like, I didn't know anything about y'all. I said, just like I didn't know that he was cheating on me and doing all this stuff like how he was or whatever, or, you know, playing house and doing all this stuff. Everything that I found out was a complete shock to me. So I said, I didn't know anything about um you in California prior to you coming to me or whatever. And I just assumed you was lying because he was just acting like, I just pretty much broke it down. Like every time I'll be around him, he will either be breaking down crying, talk about he's miserable, how he don't want to have kids with her, how he don't want to be around her, he's tired of seeing her, he can't believe he had children with these two women or whatever, especially at his age. Like this is not how he expected his life to be, and also, baby girl, he married me. He married me. He known you 11, 12 plus years at the time. This is at the time. And he ain't married you at all. And I'm not saying marriage just, ultimately, is going to guarantee happiness. But I'm saying, like, it's supposed to be that level of commitment or whatever. And he didn't give you that. It's I don't know. But I was just shocked because it just felt like she was trying to, and just from the old time, like I just felt like she was always trying to put the blame on me, like I was the issue, like I was the problem. When it's just like you can't just accept the fact that your dude is a liar. Or maybe she did, but she was just in denial and she just wanted to find somebody to blame, like most women do, and blame the woman or whatever. And it's like, you can't blame me for him lying to both of us. I'm sorry. And if you want to be technical about it, you're still dealing with someone who is married. He's my husband. So, you have children by him. Of course, he's supposed to be there and make sure he's taking care of his kids. Not be there with you, not playing house. You were messing with my husband, so we gonna keep it real. Let's keep it all the way real. You were the side baby mama / girlfriend, sort of, and then you turned into the side chick / mistress. You took like 3 L's in a year, in like less than a year. So come on. It's like you can't say like you have this upper hand over me or anybody else or whatever, because it's like whether you got babies by him, whether you got 1 or 2 babies by him, whether you 0 or not, you still were you were on the side and you were okay. So if anything, you knew that he was married. So if anybody should be, you knew from the beginning he was dealing with me. You knew. You had undercover informants following him on social media, looking at us. Plus, you sent the girl to follow me on my page, liking all my pictures, stuff, pretending like we cool and stuff like that. So, if anybody knew, it's you, boo. And that's what I'm talking about. No type of accountability. You're not taking any accountability for the stuff that you're doing. No type of accountability at all. But that's how people are. And that's kind of when I kind of thought about it after, stuff went down, she has those narcissistic qualities as well. It's like you could point the finger at everybody. Everybody is wrong. Everybody is the problem except for you. You don't take responsibility for anything that you do. You don't take accountability for anything, including the fact that you've been dealing with somebody who's been involved with somebody who's been pretty much treating you like trash from the beginning. Not to mention, he married someone else and you still were okay with dealing with, but yet I'm the one that knew about everything the whole time. Are you kidding me? If anybody been blindsided this whole time, it's been me. Are you crazy? What? Like, stop it. Stop playing with yourself. So, we had a heart-to-heart and everything. We talked about it. And we pretty much had just made an agreement, like, to meet up and stuff like that. We pretty much just squashed it. We was just like, we had to talk for a little bit because I was in the car. I think I was at work. I was still at Macy's, but this is before I had left. It came back. So this is early on. So I was in the car for like 20-30 minutes and stuff. I think I was on break or whatever when I was talking to her. And we pretty much were just having a heart to heart or whatever. I was, I said, I don't have an issue with you. All this started because of you. And I was just breaking it down, everything that, we just broke it down to each other, everything that's happened or whatever. And she had asked me something before we ended it. She said that, are y'all really married? And I was like, what kind of question is that? Like, people be lying about do people be out there lying about their marriage and stuff like that? I don't know. People lie about being married? Well, yeah. Look at Yandy and Mendices. No offense. I love Yandy. But yeah. But girl, I ain't gotta lie about nobody marrying me. Stop playing. No. I was like, yeah, we were really married or whatever. And she asked me something like, can I just see the marriage certificate or something? And I was like, that's how I knew Bimbo is off her rocker, like literally, because why do you want to see the marriage certificate? But if you want to see it, be my guest. So when I had screenshotted it, I had sent it to her. I was trying to send it to her, but I accidentally sent it to California. Tell me why I accidentally sent it to freaking California, bro. And mind you, I had not talked to California in weeks. I think it was probably over a month at this point. I had not talking to him. And I was like, dang, like that's the last freaking thing I need. Because California, he's a dummy, but he's smart enough to know to catch on to when something is off. And I'm pretty sure his antennas went up. Like, why is she screenshotting the marriage certificate and sending it to me? But I sent it to him by accident. I meant to send it to her, but I don't know how it got sent to him. I'm so stupid, but whatever. And so I sent it to her, and then she was just like, wow, this is real. Like, this is wow, like this is crazy. This is like real. Trick, why would it be fake? Like, why would what do you mean? It's of course it's real. Some girls just be delusional. Oh my God. I was just looking at her like, listening on the phone like what? She was just like, wow, like this is crazy. Girl, stop acting like you didn't even know we were married. You knew. That's why you had hit me up a while back or whatever, talking about you deserve it all. You gonna get what's coming to you because he was in my bed. Like, you knew we were married and you're still dealing with him. You're trifling. Stop it. Stop trying to play these little games. So, then next thing you know, California texted me when back and was like, question mark or whatever, like, what is this, or like, why are you screenshot the marriage certificate? And I was like, oh, my bad or whatever. I had made up some excuse or something, like I had to I was at the court office or whatever, and I had to screenshot it or whatever, and send it to somebody or whatever, and I accidentally sent it to you. It did not make any sense. It was a horrible lie. That's why I don't lie, because I'm not good at lying. I'm not good at lying. But he called on that something wasn't right, and then he called me, and I was like, ugh. And I was still on the phone with Bimbo, and Bimbo was like, who's that? And I was like, it's California calling because I accidentally screenshotted the marriage certificate and sent it to him. And she was like, oh crap. She said, so what you gonna tell him? And I was like, girl, I don't know. Like, it was crazy. So I was like, I said, I'll call him back or whatever after I get done my phone. And she was like, yeah, just ignore it or whatever. So me and her was talking. We pretty much just wrapped it up or whatever. We had just agreed to meet up later on that day, and just have a conversation or whatever about everything or whatever. Which I really don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But yeah, after we wrapped it up, I got off the phone with her. I called him, and he was like, "Yeah, so what was that all about?" And I forgot like the lie that I told him, but I know it did not make any sense, and he probably was not having it. It probably didn't make any sense, and it probably was played a role in why he was doing shady stuff during the divorce, as far as like trying to cancel the hearing and everything. He knew something was up. I don't know if he knew that I was talking to somebody, or I don't know. Like I said, California is an idiot, but he's smart at the same time, like, you know what I'm saying. So something must have clicked to him, like something was going on. I was obviously talking to somebody, um and that probably played a factor in him being shady during the divorce, and everything. So yeah, um after that, later on, I had pretty much met up with Bimbo. um but I feel like this story has already been long enough, so I'm gonna just leave it here, to be honest. But the next one is gonna get even crazier and even wilder. But yeah, because the next story, that's gonna be the last. That's gonna be the last of Bimbo, at least for now. Whatever. Like the other stuff is really, it's really irrelevant. I feel like this is gonna be the last that has me honestly having any real human physical interaction with Bimbo or whatever, or California. So that's gonna be the last story with them, which I'm so happy for. But pretty much the next story is just me and Bimbo meeting up, and um we both are making a pact that we're not going to be dealing with California, which, of course, I kept my agreement on, because I'm divorcing him. If I'm divorcing you, why would I want to be with you anymore? No, I don't. I'm leaving you for a reason, not so I could be messing with you on the side. No. But Bimbo, she had her whole little MO on trying to get cool with me and try to keep up with the divorce proceedings, to make sure that me and California were not only not married anymore, but make sure that we were not dealing with each other in any way, shape, or form, so she could have him all to herself. And baby, you will never always have California all to yourself, because he always gonna be for the streets. But nevertheless, that is the end of this story time. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel, because that's always important. I appreciate the love and support that I've been getting. Even if you don't even if you don't subscribe or whatever, the views matter so much. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love it. I love it. And I love all the support I've been getting. And yeah, I just hope y'all guys enjoyed the video. And that is all for now. So I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.